Hey guys, what is up? Okay, let me figure out where's there it is. I see my camera. Okay, so I wanted to just real quickly share with you guys. I posted a picture yesterday of me doing something called fascia blasting, and some of you didn't know what that was. And so I wanted to kind of just take a minute to explain what that is and how it works with you guys, because it is a great way to kind of relieve muscle soreness. So some people claim, the people who sell this product claim that by doing this it gets rid of cellulite. I haven't done it long enough to be able to tell you firsthand if that is the case. That is not why I bought it. I bought it because I was rolling was not enough for my muscles to relieve that pressure. And I wanted to be able to do something at home to not have to go to my massage therapist unless it was serious. Like when I'm in horrible pain, that's when I need my massage therapist. So let me explain so first off, fascia is, so when you have muscle, right? And then you have a layer of fascia, it's sticky kind of fibrous tissue that sits on top of your muscle, right? And then you have skin. So you have skin, your fascia, and then muscle. When you are flexible or warmed up, you actually have created a little, it's like lubrication and oil of some kind in between the muscle and the fascia, right? And it helps it to move smoothly. And that's how you'll notice when you first start to stretch, you probably can't go very far and you feel really tight. And then as your body warms up, you're able to kind of stretch more. It's easier, right? That's kind of what's happening there. What happens when you do a lot of, let's say for instance, squats. So you're doing a lot of squats and you start to get really sore. Yesterday I was showing, by the way, just FYI, a small tangent. If you guys come to class, you know that I jump a lot in class. Thanks. That's my husband. I jump a lot in class, but we had somebody in class that injured themselves. And so I was showing her some modifications, doing more squats, not leaving the floor basically. And can I just tell you, that is way harder than jumping. My legs are so sore. They have not been this sore in probably 6 months or more. And so yesterday I had to use this quite a bit because my legs were seriously sore. So for instance, if you're doing lots of squats, you are going to get a lot of, I don't know how to describe it. In your fascia, you get moisture buildup, which make little knots. So if you're pushing on your quad and you're noticing it's kind of lumpy and it's you've got what feels like a knot, it's kind of sore, might be more sore for others than some. That is almost like a water pocket, a water buildup of what we probably think is muscle tissue, but it's actually fascia. And so by working that out, and that's why rolling and stretching is really helpful, because by working that out, you're going to work out basically that water pocket, right? So this tool is called a fascia blaster, however you say it. It is helpful. So they sell different sizes. This is a small one. I got the small one so I could travel with it. They have a big one, which is really good for your back. And it would be easier to use on your legs. I used this on my legs, and I'll just tell you, my arms were tired, tired. So they have a longer one with the handles that you can hold with both hands. That would be much easier to use on the back of your thighs. So what you do, so if any of you have used a foam roller, it's sort of similar. This is a little bit more painful. Okay, so you can't use this without some kind of oil on your skin. I mean, you can, but it's gonna hurt. So you wanna put oil on your skin. I simply took avocado oil and some essential oils, and I mixed them together. I use avocado oil and some lavender essential oil, and that's what I use. And I put it on my skin. I rub in a good amount because you want to be able to slide easily for a while. And then you can look up on YouTube also, fascia blast, or fascia blast, however you say it. for the different body parts, like your leg, and you can do your stomach, you can do your arms, you can do they have a smaller one that's for like your face. Where I find that this is most helpful for me is I get really bad, I'm gonna stand up for a second, I get really bad aches in my ankles because the sides of my shins are really tight. And so what I do, let me see if I can do this. What I do is I put oil all along the side, and the reason why it really hurts in my ankles is because it's really, I have fascia pockets, water pockets all the way down my leg basically. So I worked, and I'm not gonna push because I'm super sore from doing this yesterday. Like, I cannot believe how sore I am. Like, I'm okay, but to the touch, especially up here, like just to put my pants on, it was sore. So just know that that's normal. So I basically just use one of the little pockets, and I'm gonna run up and down my leg. Now, they do recommend that you are sort of warm before you do this. So what I typically do, because I'm kind of lazy, is I take the oil and I kind of just rub on my leg until my leg warms up a little bit. But some people do this in the sauna or after a bath or whatever. So you're gonna rub up and down, and I actually run it along, you can feel that bone on the front of your shin. I run it along that bone, right? Whoo, that's sore. And I also do the little parts in my ankle. Now, if you look up a YouTube video, they'll show you how to do this. And I actually did the fronts and the backs of my legs. So I laid on the couch and I did the back of my legs like this. Okay. Oh, it's so sore. Okay, so, and I did about 15 minutes each leg for the front, and then 15 each leg for the back. So I basically did both my legs for about an hour. And I'll tell you, so my muscle soreness is not bad. Now, my touch, right? You can tell, and I have a couple of bruises. So some of you may bruise. That is also normal. After you've done this, drink a lot of water because you're gonna release toxins, right? So here's the thing. In our entire body, in those pockets of moisture, there's still toxins, right? You've got lactic acid, you've got a bunch of things in there. When you break them up, you're going to release those. You want to drink, and this is the case whether you go get a massage or you're foam rolling, whatever. You're going to be releasing toxins that are, I just lost the word I was gonna use. Not occupied, that's not the word I want. Stored in those muscles, okay? So drink a lot of water. Now, what was I gonna say? You might want to do, now I was thinking I would probably do this again today, but my legs are way too sore. So, oh, that's what it was. It's going to be tender to the touch, right? If you do this well. So when you start out, you're not going to push very hard. Like, it doesn't feel like anything. And then as you keep going, you realize you're not feeling the effects, right? Because it's starting to loosen up. So as it loosens up, you're going to push a little harder to work out that fascia. But it doesn't, you don't feel it, right? Because it's kind of progressing the entire time. And then like this morning when I got up and I put my pants on, I was like, whoa, it's like tender to the touch. Almost like, okay, for instance, if you had like walked into something and you bruised yourself, like it doesn't hurt when you walk, right? But if you touch it, it's tender to the touch. That is normal. Also, some people bruise a lot. It takes a lot for me to bruise. So I have like almost fingertip thumb-sized bruises. I think I have like 3 of them on one leg, and I think I have 1 on the other. So, and the outsides of my thighs is really where I work the most because that's where I was the most sore. So that's what this is, in case you guys were wondering. It is a great tool for working out your fascia and sore muscles. Now, if you're buying this strictly for like cellulite, you guys, honestly, who knows? It might work. I mean, whatever, but I can't vouch for that yet. So I did, now I will say, I won't lie, I used it on my stretch marks on the insides of my thighs in hopes that it would help those go away, but who knows if that will or not. See, and here's the other thing too. A lot of the reasons why cellulite typically goes away is because, one, you're bringing blood to the surface and you're you're kind of stimulating that warmth. And so by the simple fact that you're putting like oil, lubrication on your skin, and you're constantly rubbing it, that right there could, I mean, even without this, that could possibly get rid of it. I mean, so who knows if that's really a legit like claim, but I will tell you this tool is amazing for working out that fascia. So if nothing else, I recommend it for that. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I just have to say that I am super impressed by all of you who are honestly doing something different, right? You didn't let this whole Easter weekend thing get to you and like totally just knock you off your path. You get back on and you are killing it. And I just have to say that you guys, awesome. Awesome. So keep it up, all right? Have an amazing day, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.